Hello, YouTube. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great week. I myself have been very productive this week. Today is Friday, and on Fridays, I like to give you guys updates on my finished projects that are time sensitive. What are time sensitive projects? They are projects that I show only on Wednesdays and Fridays, and they're for different make alongs for different groups I participate in. As you can see, I am wearing my asymmetrical shawl. I've already taken the marker out because this is the second time recording because I drew a blank on what I was about to say in the last one. And I thought, okay, that's got to go. Let's start over. So here's the end where I started the shawl. You guys have seen it. It works up, work it all the way across. And then you can see it's starting to change color. I'm sorry it's not going to be on the screen. I'll do my best. And then finally we're getting into the lighter grays. And this is all new. You wouldn't have seen this part yet. And I've got to say, when I got down to about the last 10 rows or so, maybe 15, I counted how many stitches were on my knit needle at the time. Because I knew I wanted to make sure I had enough left over to bind off and have a little bit to sew in. And I did. I had about this much left, by the way. I just had to put the ball away, so I can't show you. Anyways, I think it was around 10 rows to go. I figured, okay, I've got 170 something stitches on my needles. I took the other end of the cake and I wrapped my needles, or my one needle, I think about 225 times. I just want to make sure I had that little extra. And I knew which row I wanted to end on, which was the increase row, not the eyelet row. And I literally put a slip knot in the yarn where those 225-ish wraps were, because every wrap is about the size of a one stitch. So, yep, when I finished that last row, I finished it like maybe this far before the slip knot, so it was like perfect. It ended wonderful, like love it. Now, who did I make? What group did I make this for? This was made for my make along in Judy's crochet or creations in crochet. That was the part I bubbled up on first attempt because I couldn't remember what channel it was for. Um, Definitely love the asymmetrical scarf. It's not blocked. I am not blocking it. I refuse to block items unless I absolutely have to. It's like super super soft. The You can do asymmetrical and crocheting and in knitting. I just looked for the most simple one I could find, and this was it. And I was able to work on it while watching YouTube or riding in the vehicle, sitting by the campfire, different things like that. Now, what I would do to wear it is you got your pointed end, and then you got your you know corner end, I guess you would call it. Well, what I would do is take the corner end and kind of throw it over your to your back kind of thing. Then what I would do is take, now this end is definitely shorter than the cast on end, as you can definitely see. So I usually take the cast on end and kind of just wrap it through like a loose knot. And then, I know I'm fiddling with it, but, and then I kind of just wear it as a shawl, loosely tied. One end, yes, is a little longer than the other, but it is what it is. I like it. It is fuzzy. It is warm. I'm thinking I'm going to keep it for myself. When will I actually use it? I don't know, but I do love it. And it's so squishy. I would love to take this yarn. And I meant to find the band for it, and I didn't do that. I do apologize. I can't tell you anything about the yarn. Um, I know it's a Caron cake, and I know it's a 4-weight yarn. That's all I can tell you. But it's almost like a flat plush velvet almost type of yarn. Like it's not circular or anything. It's got flat sections in it, but it is so soft and so warm. This, I would love to get my hands on a couple more, and I don't know which colorway, but whatever colorway, and do like a actual button-up cardigan. Oh, that would be so soft, so warm. And so that's my first project finished. It's like, yay. Now the second project is a double dipper. Now, what do I mean by double dipper? If you're new, I try to combine as many of my make-alongs into one project as possible. So, this one was for Nan's Crochet Ideas. Right now, this year and last year, she's doing Stitch versus Stitch. Her and Lottie over at Cancer as a Lifestyle. And I took the stitch that was for the month and I combined it with my Precious Yarnery. And with her make-alongs, she'll give us a color and 2 projects we can make with that color. So the color this month was green, and the 2 projects, one was a hat. And to be honest with you, I don't remember what the other one is, and the only reason that is because I made the hat. Now the stitches were, there was a half double, and then this stitch, and I'm drawing a blank, I can't remember the name of the stitch, but I will show you the hat. I made a baby hat with this green sparkly yarn I had in my stash. And I think the stitch is called Alpine Stitch. Just came to me. Love this stitch. The texture, the thickness, love it. Now I do have some of this yarn in white, I think, still. And I'm thinking about doing a white pom-pom on it. I don't know yet, but I did a baby hat. Figure I gotta do a hat. Love this stitch. I made, actually last year when this stitch had come up, I, with this type of yarn, but in different colorway, made an adult size one for me. So yeah, I thought, no, this time around I'll make a baby hat. It turned out really cute. I kind of wish that I'd gone looking for the white and did the brim in white and maybe the palm in white. But I don't know if I have white and how much I have. So that's going to be for 2 make-alongs for the month. Another project done. Now I got to get everything photographed, obviously. Last project. I have now made 12 donuts since the beginning of January. If you're asking what those donuts are about. Well, Judy over at Witch Piece Crafts did a make-along for 6 months every 2 weeks. So on the 1st and on the 15th of each month, she would share a children's book from the area of the world where she lives. And she'd tell us different animals and such that were in the book. And then we go ahead and make a book buddy. Some people made amigurumis, some made squares to put them together into a blanket. And it's more or less something that a child, while being read stories, can, have a little snuggle, security type, little thing to cuddle with while getting a book read to them. Well, back in December, my son gave me money to go yarn shopping and get what I would like for my craft and whatnot. It's the easiest way for him to do it, which I'm fine with because then I can go get what I want, And then I show him like, hey, this is what Mom bought with the money you gave me for Christmas. Thank you, buddy, kind of thing. So when I went yarn shopping early January, I got some yarn and I also got this book, Crochet Donut Buddies. And I thought that is so cool because this make-along is called Book Buddies. So here's the cover of the book I got. Now, I know I went on the Canadian and Amazon website, and this book is available on both Canada and US. And then there's a second Book Buddy book where, like, say, for example, you're making, we'll say, which animal? The elephant, okay? You're making an elephant because a lot of the animals are the same, but in this one, you just got more or less the head, the trunk, the ears. Well, the other book, it will actually give you the limbs as well. So they're a little more defined animals. There's a little bit more to them. I do think I would like to get that book. And they're not a bad price. Now, which one's the newer book of the 2? I don't know. I never looked at the age of them. But this book is available. Now, also, I would recommend, check your local library. Who knows if they may have them. Or if you guys have a discount bookstore, stuff like that, definitely check that out because you probably get it cheaper. And then same with if you go to the library and get it out, you can then always just, keep it for whatever length of time, you're allowed your books out. Here in our city, I think it's 2 weeks. Then we got to return them or they're classified as late. But you can also go through and think, okay, well, I want to do this one, and photocopy them. And you have said creatures. Now, out of the 12, 10 of them I was able to find an example in this book. 2 of them I were not, which happened to be both this month. So the first one for the book for the first of the month was about soccer. I kind of winged it, made a white donut, did 2 black hexagons, put them on as if it's part of the soccer ball, threw on the eyes, called it a day. Then the last book that she gave us on the 15th, there was a couple different animals she did rhyme off in the book, and one was a butterfly. I thought, awesome, sounds great. I can make something up easily enough for a butterfly. I originally did my butterfly donut part in like a teal color with the same hook I've been using for all my donuts, by the way, which will be nice. I can retire the hook and put it back in its container. But I started with the teal color, and when I got to the point of stuffing it, it was very, very, very loosey-goosey, and I didn't like it, and it was holey and thin, and I thought, okay, we're going to scratch that. So then I went looking in my bin for some Michael's house brand yarn I have. It's a value yarn. It's a 4-weight, although it's a plump 4-weight in my opinion. It's very thick. It's a little more on the stiff side. I had a really beautiful purple color and a little bit of yellow still left over from when I did the star donut. So I thought, you know what? We're going to make the butterfly the purple, the wings yellow. Does that colors exist in the real world? Probably not, but I went with it. And I did just a little head that I made up with the eyes. Now the antennas I just sewed on or tied on a piece of string. I'm going to cut them off, by the way. I didn't feel like crocheting antennas. But there you go. There's my butterfly made. There are eyes on it. As you can see, the little itty bitty eyes. But that was my butterfly. I think it turned out quite cute. The wings I went looking on YouTube for crochet butterflies. I found one set of wings, and it was so funny because the wings she was making for the body of the butterfly she was making was a velvet type blanket yarn. So with this being a plumper, thicker yarn, it worked out really good. So there's my butterfly, which is the last donut for the Book Buddy AU. I think it turned out okay. Definitely different. Kids will be able to hang on to it no problem, by the head, by the donut, the wings. You know, it's going to get some carting around and some love, I think. Like I said, this part here, the string thing I did at the top, I'm cutting that out after I take the photo and enter it. So those are all my FOs for this week. Like I said, very productive week. Now, tomorrow is Saturday. This is also Father's Day weekend. It's free fishing this weekend. As far as I know, hubby and I are going fishing tomorrow. So will I have a video for socks? I don't know. I'm probably going to work on, since all my time-sensitive projects are now finished, it's time to put some things away, reorganize my stash of projects over here to my left. And I think I'm going to dig out the socks out of the one bag and do a little more work on them because I am on the ankle section. I'm really excited. How tall am I going to make those? Have not yet decided. So anyways, guys, if you're new to my channel and you like what you see and would love to see other things I'm making, please consider hitting that subscribe button, turning on your notifications, and the odd thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. I am mainly a yarn channel. I crochet and I knit, as you can see with the projects I showed you today. They're in both categories. I also do some camping, the hubby and I. We have a small lot where our camper is, and we also spend a lot of time there instead of here at home. Like I also said, we do fish. It's for the sport of it. We just do catch and release. Also, who knows, I may have videos of my campfire burning just for the fun of it, because I don't have anything else to record. Or if I go see fireworks or something like that. Also, I am attempting the first time this year to grow vegetables on my balcony. And I've got a couple videos so far on it. So who knows, I may have something you like. If you have suggestions or ideas what you'd like to see on my channel, please drop a message. I will do my best to address those. Now you got to keep in consideration, When I am fishing, camping, or fireworks, I am recording on my tablet. My tablet's only got a one side camera, so I hold the screen towards me and it videos records whatever I'm looking at. There's no front facing camera to record me. Here at home, I'm recording only on my laptop. That's the only recording device I have other than said tablet. So to do tutorials at this time, I am not set up to do so. I'm sit in the corner of my living room, and that's where I do a lot of my crafting and YouTubing and stuff like that. But if there's something you would like to see, or something you'd like to see me if I can make or something, drop me a line. You never know what I could come up with. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you hopefully sometime Saturday with an update on my socks. Or if not, maybe how fishing went. We never know. Guys, thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.